Okay, let me give you a little bit of an intro to this before I play it. This was sent to me by a friend. I'm on the west coast of Australia. This is on, what you'll see is on the east coast, okay? And this is what's going on everywhere. It's not just Australia. It's everywhere. And it gets worse by the day. I did a while back, if you look through my videos, you will find 2 videos of homelessness in Australia. And the one that I particularly focused on back then was women over the age of 45. Now, that's not the men. That's not anybody else under 45. That was just the women. These are not my stats. These are the government stats. In Australia, over 350,000 plus women just over the age of 45 living either on the street or out of their vehicles because they can't afford anything else. You know, I'm trying to look in there somewhere to see, you know, where that fair goes, she be right, mate, you know, where that comes into any of this, because I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I mean, years ago, you would have people turn around and say, oh, listen, you know, if you can't stay there or whatever, no dramas, you know, you can go here, there, and whatever. If somebody gives you permission to pitch a tent on their property, they've given you the permission and you can do it. You know, well, what is it to anybody else as to what the owner of that said property does? And not only that, you're going to see in this video, I don't want to talk over it, hence is why I'm trying to give you the story. This is a couple of people that are living in a converted kind of minibus, okay? They were told that they could actually, as far as I know, the bus was not working, as in you couldn't drive it anywhere. I might be wrong, so please bear with me. But anyway, that they were told that they could actually leave the bus parked where it was, okay? And you can see that this is some kind of a little, I don't know whether it's a holiday thing or whatever, because there's tennis courts there, there's a parking area there, whatever. But besides the point, they had permission to be there. When you have a look at the bus, look around it and see if there's any junk. You know what I mean? These people were not dirty. It was all clean around the bus. No issues. And yet, the police are sent in with tow trucks to literally remove their home. The bus is what they live in. They're not sleeping on a street in front of somebody's precious fucking business, all right? They're living in a bus, so that's their home. You can't say, oh, it's a fucking tent or it's a fucking bus. No, that is their home. We're quick to look at people like this, the way they dress, you know, is their hair combed or whatever, because we're all so fucking prim and proper, right? We're all so fucking prim and proper. But this is how society now judges one another, is by your appearance. If you don't fit in to suburbia and everybody else's rules, then you're shunned, you're looked down on. You're not wanted, you're moved on. Like I said, in all of this, and this is all men here, okay, that you will see, the tow truck drivers, the police, whatever. Do not any one of these guys feel sorry for the situation? They're there, they can see the situation. This is somebody's home that they're about to take away. This is leaving people literally on the street. On the street. But the government turns around and says, no dramas, we'll give you a stimulus check. We'll give you a this, we'll give you a that. 2 times so far. I'm on the second bout, okay? Where I'm not sure, for every day that goes by, whether I will have a home to live in, as in a house per se with a roof. This is the second time. First time I came close. It got to the point where I was almost at the point where I was just going to lock the front door and walk out and get into my car until a license ran out, and then I would be joining those 350 plus women and the other thousands upon thousands of people on the street. We're at a time, people, where everybody's struggling. Have some compassion. Find some fucking compassion from somewhere. Where are your morals? I'm not getting it. People are looking at this, and it doesn't seem to be moving them. When I say moving them, it doesn't seem to be affecting them in their heart, like to look at something and go, well, fuck, they're not hurting anybody. Just leave them be. Just fucking leave them be. It's not like there's a mess thrown everywhere and Lord knows what. Even if there is, if they've got permission from the property owner or whoever is there, what concern is it of anybody else's? Just leave people the hell alone. I mean, especially in the last 12 months, how many more in Australia are left without jobs? How many businesses went bust? This is the government doing it. The government has put these people in this position where they then had to stand in line and hope that they would get money to be able to afford to feed their children or afford a place to live. Is this what it's come down to? I was even thinking I should invest in a bus. After looking at this, I don't really think it matters. Whether you're in a house, if you don't comply or whatever, if you don't fit in, you're going to be ditched. Whether you're in a bus, as you can see here, you're going to be ditched. Whether you're in a frigging tent, you're going to be moved on. So where do people go? Where do people go? Because it seems every bit of property that you look at now, all of a sudden is owned by the government. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go on that, private property, can't go here, can't go there. Where do you want people to go? And like I said, this is supposed to be Australia, Fair go, mate. Fair go. She be right. She be right. Well, she ain't fucking right anymore. Wake up, people. Because this might not be happening to you right now, but it doesn't mean it won't happen to you soon. Because we don't know what got these people to where they are. We don't know. Just like you don't know my story. You don't know who they are. You don't know how they got there. So who gives you the right to literally move them out of the only home that they have, the only roof over their head, be it the roof of a tent or a bus or a car or whatever it is? But anyway, I'll let you watch this. And just before I do, like I said, she be right, mate. Fair dinkum. Fair go. She be right.
Where does your assistant
We can't even talk to them because we just get this arrogance from them.
How can we try minimum something happens now and you're gonna have like the way Thailand.
I suppose that's where like Macca's campground is, that sort of place.
This is the men of today. That's the men of today. Check them out. And Gina said I could park here at the garden. Where does it stand that Gina said I could park here? Where does it stand that Gina said I could park here? And you told me I could park here.
No idea.
So if she's gotten permission from if she's gotten permission from the garden, why does she have to move it? Yeah, so that's like even saying, so that's like saying someone that's like renting off a landlord can't let their mates stay on their property because the landlord comes in and goes, all just fucking labels over land, really. It's all these like intricate
Is this going to Fenwick's? Is this going to Chris Fenwick's? Well, it depends on your attitude. It can be a lot cheaper if you...
Don't come and not be pissed off like that. It's not home, bro. You go home tonight. You understand? You go home
I'll be in
tonight.
Sydney tonight.
Okay, so I'm allowed to be okay, pissed off. So how much is it? What, you want me to keep going? How dare you? It depends on my attitude. Because you want to stop what I'm doing. It's probably the real life, bro. What, to pay
you have everything out of it?
Oh, they just already got it bought.
So they're less likely to damage your car. Just steer it stuff. So misalign your steering.
And what do you do with the keys once you...
No, you want to, you can leave it.
But then how do you get it off?
Give it a rest.
You have to sell it off. Right? That is like pretty much any type of that's exactly what land has done. And right, and as this is happening, we're squabbling amongst each other when the people that have all the money that could actually end all of this are keeping that money, right, and making us all squabble against each other. So we're punching against each other instead of rising up. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
I've had to pay more for the insurance.
There's people sitting on trillions of fucking dollars.
Just for misdemeanors and not being able to pay on time and stuff like. It just keeps bouncing up like. Yeah. So it's like the fines that come out.
This is his boy. This is lovely. You want to say anything?
Sorry people, I have to do this in two parts because 15 minutes was up, so, and it's only halfway through the video. and I wanted you to see all of it. The more I look at this, the angrier it makes me, especially knowing what's going on in the world at the moment, you know, that you're left with nothing. They're literally going to take everything away from you. It's happening. It's happening everywhere. Just because you don't see it, just because it's not in your front yard, just because your house is not being touched at the moment, it doesn't mean it won't happen to you. But anyway, I'll shut up and I'll play this so that you can see. The fair go, she be right, mate. She be right.
No, I'll just sit here and sooner or later they'll tell me I'm on public property, and before you get to know it, I won't be able to sit anywhere in the world because you're all free and wherever I'm going to go. I'll find a street without belonging to someone. So that's funny, that's the thing.
From what I heard earlier on, apparently the people that gave them permission to stay there, if I heard correctly, are leasing the property from the council. So somebody, because there's always a snitch, there's always a bitch, all right, would have reported them to the shire, to the council, right? And it was them that gave the orders to have these people removed. Like I said, do they look like they're dirty? Are they throwing shit all over the place? No, they're not. Are they in anybody's way? No, they're not. But you're still a bother.
It's your home, hey Lisa? That's what they've got to do, because everyone's being too nice. You've got nothing better to do. Like, but that's fair. Well done, eh? Taking me home, that's great. This is how we help each other. This is how they serve and protect. This is how they serve and protect those who have nothing. This is how they serve and protect. They take everything you got. You have nothing already, but they'll take that as well. Because it doesn't suit their politics. We've done our job. That's right, they've done their job. Alright, that's right, I forgot. Shit, job well done, boys. Done your job. That's right, they've done their job. Well done. Well done.
I guess we're doing our job too. We can't help ourselves. We can't speak quiet when we have to face injustice all the time. Yeah.
But there's no land left.
Yeah, the Crown is not Templar. 1500. No, pretty much Queensland. All the extra land, moneyland, land.
Do you notice there, Jules? You notice the movement in the jaws? That suggests it's peptidine. Same as Coca-Cola. That's ice. There's a movement in the jaws. Get the officers join us. Look at these jaws.
Take notice if it shows, and it probably already has, for anybody that's in Australia, in that area, you'll know whether you live there or not. Just remember, these guys that have come with the tow trucks, don't fucking use the company. Don't support people who help people put you on the street, okay? And as for the police, shame on them. Like the girl said earlier on, you've got a home to go to, but you can take fucking mine. You know what I mean? They're taking her home, but hey, who fucking cares? Because they've got something to live in. The police don't realise that they are being used. They are being used to enforce fucked up laws, okay? Fucked up laws. Laws that the government themselves won't leave their officers and do. but they've ordered the police to do it, and the police are going along with it. Like I said, they're being used. Once the government doesn't need them anymore, they will be treated no different to the rest of us.
That's aggression.
You gotta find a way to get there.
All right.
Anyway.
So just drop it there, okay?
Are you paying for it, Phil?
Yeah.
How are you going to pay?
I'm a pensioner. I get paid every Friday. So I'm going to pay every Friday. What do you want? Details?
You got your bank card there, Carl?
I do, but I lost my card and it's supposed to be sent to this post office there. So it's there on Tuesday.
License? License?
My license was sent to the police. Qualified? If you get 3,000 license, check what about it.
Yeah, we can get that if you're happy with that.
Get it to the town?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you everything in. I'll,
You
you
happy
know,
with that?
it's
You
a
can
guy.
write down all your phone numbers and that.
Yeah, I'll give you my phone up here, my telephone. Friday.
So, New South Wales Police, be proud. Be proud that you took somebody's home away. That you are not human enough to see that that is not right. It's not the right thing to do.
My main being a musician, so like actually giving joy.
Everybody screams COVID and isolate and all the rest of it. Really? Where do these people isolate now? Where do you want them to isolate? Like the girl says earlier on, all the land belongs to the Crown now. Where do they want people to go? What, in those little boxes that they're building in the city so that everybody is controllable?
In the world, making people feel happy and fun and celebrate and heal and do something.
These are hard to come by, mate.
Maybe if you get a job that doesn't actually.
There you go. Tweed, Byron Towing. Take note of that. Tweed, Byron, in Byron Bay obviously. Tweed, Byron Towing. Don't use them. I'm not suggesting that you get on the phone and ring them up and tell them what assholes they are and that you're never going to use their company to do anything anymore. I'm not suggesting you do that. I can't control what you do. But hey, it's Tweed Byron Towing.
Intimidate people, oppress people, or you're just working very cluelessly under laws that you actually don't understand. And maybe you can just say you're just doing your job.
And this guy here, before when the girl turns around and says to him, how much is it going to cost? How dare he turn around and say to her, depends on your attitude. Depends on your attitude. So if she kisses his ass, he just might charge her the right fee. But if she complains and he doesn't like what she has to say, then he can jack it up. Is that what he's saying? Depends on your fucking attitude?
You're just walking around like the Walking Dead, unconscious of your decisions and your actions. Lack of empathy, lack of heart.
Yeah, I'll do it on Friday. I'll just wait for something to get paid. That's fine. And otherwise, like you said, next time we'll just take it, okay, buddy? No problem at all. No problem at all. We can do that. Yeah, at the moment I've got you. Yeah, look, I understand. If you have a plan with project, just do it there. No problem at all. No worries. Thanks, man. Yeah, bye.
Exactly like we're doing here. It's always the same game. Mother's Day. We're too emotional.
It's bloody ridiculous. Hey, look at these men. This is how the men protect the women and the children of the world.
What she just said there, okay, is what I've said many times before. Knowing how my father used to be, he would have killed you for his wife. He would have killed you for his children. Even though people saw him as being a hard man, he had a huge heart. All he ever wanted back was not to be fucked over, you know what I mean? He was always ready to help somebody out. But where are those kind of men today? Where are those men that are prepared to stand up for the women, for the children? Where are they?
This is fucking cool. I've never seen them follow a bus. Like, what the fuck?
Going into lockdown, you can see they have no emotion. They don't care. No one's got any emotion. They're robots.
Take it. Can I have my license and my birthday? I'll call myself River Runners from now on. River Runners from now on. I'm not a fucking party. This is why she was pushing my face.
Yeah, like I said, Australia, she be right, mate. We'll just take everything that you've got, like the girl said. Even when you've got nothing, we'll fucking take that too. Just remember something, people. They can take away your goods, your home, whatever. But at the end of the day, know that they can never have your soul, and they can never take away who you are. Never can they take that away from you. Don't ever let them even try and take that away from you.
Completely different sentient idea, concept. This is all just an act, yeah. You keep following these laws that have been sold to you like fact, yeah. But I think you gotta check them right, because the etymology was made, it's fine. It was made for the rich. Can't you see the picture? Can't you see that they just keep getting bigger? And our minds just keep getting thicker. Like we're caught in a fog. But they don't give a fuck. They got no compassion or care. They just keep on doing their jobs unaware.
They contact those cuffs on me. Can we start this work? I don't think it's that You want me shirt too, don't you, boys? Oh, you do! You know you do! Oh, you want me pants too, don't you, boys? Oh, you do! You know you do! Well done, this is our cabin. Well done, this is our loving. Well done, this is our loving. Oh, confused by all that bullshit. Confused by everything you do. Oh, yeah.
Boy, you can't do this on a moon day. Moon days are supposed to be relaxing. You're supposed to be relaxing on a moon day. This is a Tuesday job. You know?
I found Bart.
Hey, would you like to roll the smoky strips and make a bit of floozy? Should I get the brothers from the Vatican with you like you know that
Guess what? I love the small bug. I found bug everywhere.
I'm going to stop it there, people. I hope you enjoyed it. It's happening everywhere.